Yesterday, Peyton, you were talking about that TV show called Swarm.
Yes.
It's on Amazon, and Donald Glover, Childish Gambino, directed it. I think he came up with the idea of the show. It's based off of Beyonce's Beehive, right? So I watched the first episode, and there was a lot of hype behind it because of Chloe Bailey's sex scene. Okay? So I watched the first episode. And first of all, the sex scene, it doesn't even have to be her. They don't show her. They just show her her leg and her butt.
Totally.
It could totally be a stand-in.
I want to believe that it's her, though, just for my own personal
Well,
reasons.
she's talked about filming it. It was
she
her.
did?
Oh, did
yeah.
she? Oh,
yeah,
okay.
she did an interview where she said she read the script and the script was great. She couldn't wait to do it, except for then she realized she had to do this sex scene and she was like, But she said during the filming, it was a closed set and they were there weren't only a few people allowed on set and they were totally naked and there was actually a bouncy ball in between them. When they were doing it. And she was like, I gotta, hats off to my co-star. He made me feel really comfortable. We kind of made it into a joke. So it sort of eased the pressure.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Well, let me tell you, I've seen movies where they had a butt double when somebody does something. And it's for her, she didn't have to do that nude scene. There's no need, there's nothing. It's literally a shot through a door and you see part of a leg and a butt, part of her butt. But later she's in the kitchen. And it's I paused it. I'm like, that's her butt.
Yeah.
That's her. And I was like, okay, that's got to be her. But I thought she didn't have to do that. But I was fascinated by it. Now I can
show her face. So,
which is probably because it was her. Is probably why there was so much hype behind it because it was her, and it's a crazy scene.
Right.
Yeah. And then I'm watching it, and when I was in college, I was in film school. And we used to have all these, all the students would submit, and you'd have to go sit through all these student film projects. And it's almost shot like a film project. It doesn't even shot like a real TV show. There's something about it that's kind of grainy. Mm-hmm. Do you know what I mean? And it's also acting. There's something different about it. Anyway, it's kind of boring until the end. So does each episode get better?
It gets good. It gets crazy. It's a really weird show. I don't even really know how to explain it. You just have to watch it to get it, I think.
And when does Billie Eilish come in?
She comes in episode 5 or 6, and Billie Eilish's character is kind of like a cult leader. It's really dope.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, it's really dope. It's when you're watching it, you're like, okay, this is kind of like a cult, but they don't ever come out and say that.
Okay. Then there's this guy that this one girl has a one-night stand with that I'm so far only in episode 1. I think he comes back in. And I thought it was the guy from Succession, Kieran Culkin, right? You know that he's incredible in Succession. But then I realized his name is Rory Culkin, and it's Macaulay Culkin and Kieran Culkin's brother. So there's more Culkins.
They all act?
I guess so.
How many more of them are there?
Yeah.
That's a really talented family.
That's the crazy scene that Rory Culkin is in, the one that me and Grant were kind of telling you about, that they kind of go to this party, which is that comes in episode. That's the episode after the Billie Eilish episode.
Oh, well, episode 1, he has this one-night stand with this girl. He gives her a bowl of fruit, or he's eating, so he wants some fruit, and he has this glass bowl of fruit, and it's smashed up against his junk, and the camera zooms in on his junk. You see it. I'm like, wow. And I'm watching it with Dutch, and Dutch looks at me and goes, really? Anyway, that show's called Swarm, and it's on Amazon. Peyton, what's the deal you were saying about your insurance now with your life?
Y'all, I feel like a child. So get this, right? So I got a new car a couple weeks ago, and my parents officially kicked me off their insurance. My speeding tickets and my distracted driving tickets were just too much for them, and they said, go figure out your own stuff, dude. So I'm on my own insurance policy. And as I'm on this insurance policy, my mom's like, you need to download the app that tracks your driving. I'm like, what are you talking about? I'm not downloading an app that checks my driving. And apparently the insurance policy that my mom set me up on, because of course she did it, I didn't do anything with it. She just set it up and I'm like, okay, let's go. So it's an app that makes your insurance go down when it tracks your driving. So it tracks all your hard brakes, all your fast accelerations, and your phone use. And it tracks you every time I get in the car, and I feel like a child, because why am I being tracked by a car that I'm older than? I'm mad about it. And I feel like a kid. I feel like I'm in high school. I feel like high schoolers have that on their car. I'm 24. I don't need my car driving to be tracked. I don't need an
But
app
if it
to
goes
tell me
down-
I was on my phone 28% of my car ride.
The price.
Oh
goes
my God,
down.
it does that?
That's so
Yes.
much.
It says
Yes.
28%.
I
So
will
you.
show you. It's insane. And
Do you
it
have to
tracks-
plug your phone in, or does it just through Bluetooth
Just
like
through
figure it out?
Bluetooth, and
Oh,
I
that's
thought-
annoying. I would be out. I
Yeah.
would just be like, I'm not driving anymore.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, and there's like a little thing that says like you can change it to as if like you're a passenger in the car. Because I was like, that doesn't make any sense to me. Like, what if I'm riding in the car with somebody else and they have a hard brake? Is that going to track on my app on my car? And they said that I can go in and just change it to like passenger. So that's kind of what I've been doing every
You're
time.
always the passenger. That's a good workaround.
So, but this helps your insurance go down, though,
It helps
right?
my insurance go down. So I've actually done a lot better, like not being on my phone because I'm like very competitive.
See, it's working.
So
What about
yeah,
the
but
aggressive
it's
driving?
annoying.
Have you slowed down on your aggressive driving because of the app or no?
No. Move out my way.
I mean, your parents they're kind of smart because you've gotten tickets and you've done all that stuff. So it's like, hey, now you're paying. Now it's up to you. It's kind of a smart thing for them to do. But I wouldn't want to be you.
I guess I understand.
that.
I just feel like maybe this should have been a more preventative thing. Like I should have had this on 3 tickets ago.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. I wonder what the difference in price would be if you just did it without the app.
I think it's like $500 or something like that.
A month?
No, think like as a collective.
That's a
I'm
lot.
saying like what I wonder what the difference would be. Like, are you paying $500 a month if you don't have the app and only $200 a month if you do have the app? If so, that's worth it. If it's like $50, I'd be like, you know what? I think I'm just going to take the app off.
It's funny
I couldn't
how
tell you.
you say you feel like a child. Meanwhile, you're paying your own insurance. Like your parents took you off. They were paying it, so now they're like, here, go be an adult, pay your own insurance. But then your mom's like, but they're going to track you.
About that.
Right.
My grandma paid for my insurance in full, so I definitely didn't pay for my insurance either. But
Like it's like my mom's like, you're on your own, but she set it up for
Yeah.
me, and my grandma's paying for it.
It's half adulting. That's all you need right now.
I don't even know
lucky.
if that's half.
What is the app? What is the app?
It's the Progressive app, but it's like Snapshot is what the thing's called.
Oh, for what's her face from Progressive?
Whoa.
Yeah. Oh my God, I love her.
I was her for Halloween.
She's
one
like my
year.
sister's friend in real life.
Oh, that's so weird.
She's a real person.
Does she call her Flo? I would like have to.
Oh my gosh. Wow.